Rattlesnake was a vain and ugly creature. He crawled in dark places and avoided the other desert animals. He was lonely but refused to act like it. One day, while sitting under a rock and wishing to be happy, he saw a desert runner sprinting past. "Wait," it called to the bird. "I have a favor to ask of you."
Okay, so we went through there. We went down that path. We haven't gone through this path. I'm definitely going up top because that's where the other stone is. That one. I was expecting more Jotun in the Jotun camp. Weird. I like the look of the chests around here. Jotuns always have cool like skulls on their chests and stuff. Get that in during this fight.
That day, the carver woke to find his touch run dry, the wellspring of his power dead as dust at the source. He heard then the first whisper, the first mention, mortals.
There was another path to this area. That's right. Okay, so we're going to have to walk that path a little bit. So we have the 4 dungeons. Okay. So we're going to hop down and go back and visit him. Did I miss? Oh, I missed something. We can't have that. Hold on, I think I missed a whole little certain area with another stone. Reminds me of one sec. Oh, yeah, I can't put its gloves, that's right. The only thing I want to know is floor stone effects. Minutes here, 6% armor. I'm in. Yeah, why not? 2 away from summer, so I got another. At least we're on track though. So that's good. Let's see where I killed these guys. There's a whole nother path. I didn't even see this.
Prince of Spring raised his sword towards the breaking dawn, and he called down the glory of the newborn morning. Issa bequeathed to the land the talisman of fate. With its power, the earth rose to defend the birthplace of light, our cradle of summer. So the great cycle swathed Own of the Thulian dusk in the arcane veil, and Issa planted the gardens after the storm, and nurtured the court of summer by the ruins of fire.
I got one more of those. If I'm following them correctly. Yep. Oh, we still have half. I'm assuming the other half are over there. And that's where the winter will be as well. I think those are all over there. This is the last one here. And that was the last one here. Okay, so all those are over there. Okay, so now we've basically been everywhere. Before we go dungeon diving, we'll go over to the first sworn, or the Forsworn. In there real fast just to see if there's anything. It's usually a contract board in the Forsworn areas. That contract board may have some more quests for nearby.
About bloody time. Spider gland for the festering, Fenrack for the pain, and Stugris to keep my strength up. You've done me a good turn, stranger. I live a hermit's life, so have little to give. I hope you'll take this as thanks. You'll get nothing else.
So what about this area?
What a great and austere beauty it holds. A beauty best enjoyed alone.
What about your teaching?
Once in a while, some fool comes to plead on bended knee for lessons. Bah! If you don't know, there's no use telling it.
So what do you do? Give me money, I guess? Yeah, he must have. Okay. So far, we only have a quest for the mine. So the Hollow Foreshorn, which is probably where this will lead us, and there's this door sill I'm curious about. Let's do, we're not going to do the door sill, then we're going to use door sill to walk up that path, so we can clear it out and mark it up, and then we'll get to the first one. Since we're right here and think about it anyway. Gotta make sure all the paths are clear. It's not a kobold shielding near those guys. Because they're not doing anything about it. Sweet. Let's get some kobold along the way. This is a bigger keep than we've seen. The Warsworn. This place is huge.
Polished armor means you haven't used it yet.
Polished armor means you haven't used it yet. Well, I mean, yeah, a little bit. It's kind of exactly what that means, you know? Let's see if he's pretentious like the last guy. Dude, this place is like a legit castle. I like it.
You are expected.
You are expected. What is that? Jeez. Yep, there's the contract board. This is a legit castle.
This is Ironfast, Warsworn. Here, you will find dust on our helms and scores on our blades. We believe in action above finery and show. If you seek
I'm in
work,
for that.
supplies, or shelter, they are yours.
What about work?
You need not be Warsworn to take contracts. The board is in the south wing. Ask Adrith about it if you like.
Oh, I can't talk to her about her. What about the Warsworn?
The Warsworn have been many things. The tale is told on the walls and the tomes in this very keep. What we have always been are bold, unflinching fighters.
What about supplies?
We have a blacksmith and quartermaster. Both are in the south wing, that way.
What can you tell me about the keep?
This is the Detir bastion of the Warsworn, and I am its castellan.
I was supposed to meet the Castellan. What about going on way?
Gwyn's been here for several days, nearly turned our library upside down. I hope she found what she needed there.
Oh, she's Castellan. That's cool. Check Castellan Warsworn. I like it. What about the area?
It is a hard, harsh country, well suited to the life of the Warsworn.
Not much for jibber jabbing. I like her. Like overlooked.
We see few enough strangers in Ironfast. Welcome.
Is this dude like sleeping on top of pots? Wouldn't a bed be more comfy, dude? Or you don't have pots in your spine? Alright. Warsworn Monuments key. Where did I get that? I mean, cool, but... apparently, I don't have any room. Not cool, not cool. Why does it show? Cabinet? Oh, okay. Well, before we finish this side out, we're gonna go to the other side since we have to sell.
Dust, dents, and scars. That's the
Welcome.
Some of these paintings would look pretty good at my keep. Missions galore around here. First things first. You.
I'm quartermaster here. Tell me what you need and I'll see what I can do.
Don't shot. I'm gonna sell all my junk. Do you have anything that's not Sylvantine? Master? No master. Just improved stuff. Repair kits. You don't have anything I need. What about blacksmith?
The old blacksmith died 3 moons ago. Gavroche is... that boy's barely trained. What do you expect?
Okay. What about minutes here?
It's a hard, dangerous place. Jotun above, spiders, thieves, and kobolds down below.
I haven't run into any thieves yet. We know the Jotun.
They've always lived in the heights of Menethir, and we have always watched them, weapons at the ready, and held them back when we must.
What about the
They're the
kobolds?
newcomers to this land. They crawled up through the ground from who knows what deep caverns.
What about the quartermaster job?
That's me. I'll sell you what you need, and if you need a blacksmith, well, what we've got for one's over there.
What about the Warsworn?
If there's fight in your veins and steel in your bones, you're warsworn. If you die before you break an oath, you're warsworn.
I mean, okay. I like you. Cool. Now, he has an item and he's a repairman, okay? We'll talk to him anyway.
My poor old master had but one dying wish, that his prize blade, the one on the wall, be mended. Some days I dream that I'll do it myself. Then I remember, I'm a poor untrained apprentice who can barely forge a soup spoon.
Do it again. Oh, what are you gonna do? Well, let's repair. So you're an apprentice.
Master Braskin took me in, being an orphan and found by the war swan and all. He let me live here, began to train me in the craft.
What about blacksmithing?
Well, don't expect anything remarkable, or even decent. Show me what's broken, and I'll see what I can do. Which isn't much.
What about the hermitsmith?
Dinwell's his name. Word has it he grew bitter of all mortal kind at the start of the war. But I wouldn't know. I've never talked to him.
That must be the guy we met up on the cliff. So what happened to your old master?
Master Braskin, yes. I'd endure every drunken lashing anew if it meant I could learn blacksmithing right and proper.
So how'd you get here with the Warsworn?
Been good to me since the day they found me. Tucked in among stolen sacks of grain.
What blade is that?
Why, that's Haldabeer's blade. It's famous, from the Fey Wars. My old master always said he'd fix it right again. Might have, if he'd lived. Now it just hangs on the wall, taunting me, reminding me of all I'm not.
How was it broken?
In battle. Oh, it's a wondrous tale of how Haldabeer slew his foe. I'd tell, but I don't think I could do it justice.
I do like options like that. That can't be fixed.
Not by an ordinary smith, true. But there's one living who can. Only, he'd rather eat nettles and stare at the sky than raise hammer to anvil. You can find the hermit smith yourself, up in the Minotaur Heights. Only, I warn you, he won't speak to anyone.
He spoke to me. What else can you tell me about that blade?
A hero's sword. Like its owner, it fought and died in glory on the battlefield. Just as I'll die miserably behind this forge.
I've met the hermit.
Really? You have? Don't think you could talk him into mending that blade on the wall, do you?
I mean, I could try. I'll talk to him.
If he would mend that blade, I'd be delirious. Were he to stay here and finish my training, but I don't dare to dream so much at once.
Dust.
See what I can do, bruh.
The heat's as deadly as the Jotun and the spiders.
Oda, you must accept my profound apologies and allow me to explain. I am well aware that you have written 2 seasons running, asking for an additional pledge shield, and I am remiss for failing to provide, but understand that the pledge shields we promote these days are not of the same training, or I am afraid to confess quality as those that you are used to. They are truly soldiers prepared for the war on the front and not the harsher duties that they would face in Tyr. In the first season, I held out hope for a truly remarkable pledge shield, but none appeared. In the second season, there were 2 worthy candidates. Alas, one dishonored himself, and the other, I'm afraid to say, fell in a surprise ambush of freemen in eastern Candrian. Sworn to war, Tyne Delphic. Well, that sucks.
Dust, dents, and scars. That's the iron-fast way.
Warsworn Monuments Key. Oh yeah, I got that for something. Alright, first and first contract award.
Yes.
Ah, see, there's also land, Dessa, and Minotaur, so there's a few different things on here. Missing person. Apothecary Edric Orbhelm left Whitestone on the western road 12 days past. He went seeking one Bodine Borgus in Ulsterland and was to send news back to Whitestone on his arrival. He can be recognized by a fine carved walking stick he keeps by him. Any news regarding to be awarded with coin of gold. Take. The Odessa one. Person of highest integrity and reliability sought to deliver valuable packages to one Vian Severus in Basilica Nostra, the Isles Odessa. Payment upon receipt of goods. Spider thinning. As happens this season every year, spiders have become more numerous in Minotaur. Pay available for capable fighter to remove 8 spiders from the area. Spider strings required as proof of payment. Speak to Edith Diffrit for further questions. Cool.
Now who's this? I've grown so used to the same few drifters coming in for supplies and the contract board. A fresh face is a welcome thing.
So who are you?
I'm the curate of this keep. If you've a contract to turn in, bring it to me.
What about Gavrok?
I'll be honest, he's not much of a blacksmith, but he's all we've got at the moment. Poor little lad.
Hecky?
The quartermaster to our keep. She stocks all we need to get by out here.
What do you think of the keep?
We're proud to stand where we do, here among the wilds. First keep and last bastion, the Castellan likes to say.
Any supplies?
Anything you need's found in the smithy. You've got Hecky for most things and Gavroche for blacksmithing.
What do you think of Castellan?
That's Oda. She's a good sort, though not a woman of words.
I've noticed. What about the Warsworn?
Other keeps get their work here and there, high and low. As for us, ever since Odessa was built, we've had one solemn task. Watch the Jotun. Hold them back, hold them south and west of Gnomish lands.
Okay. What about the contract board?
It's right beside me. The work's open to any and all. When a contract's done, they come to me for their pay.
You have the Odessa delivery?
Oh, you want that contract, do you? Now you guard these ghastly things closely. Mind you, they're not suited for combat. They're for surgery and unnaturally sharp.
Surgeon's blades? Okay. I found Eldrick or dead.
Dead? Why, that's a shame. I'd say I'm sure he'll be missed. But he's from Whitestone, so you never know. And that's his walking staff there. I'll take that. Job well done.
Apparently I met him when I was... Oh yeah, Eldrick staff. Okay, I remember that. Yeah. That was on one of the corpses in the other area. What about the spider contract?
Oh yes, well you'll need to collect the required number of spider stingers from spiders in Menotir. You won't have much trouble finding them. They're all over, which frankly is exactly the problem. So long.
Sounds like a problem. Yep.
The heights of Menotir.
Blade.
No, actually, look at that real fast. Delphric, Ancient of War, Castellan of Children Keep. Grand Shane, Castellan of Helmguard. Oda, Castellan of Ironfast. Melson Shear. Keeper of Monuments, Keeper of the Documents. Okay. I was expecting something a little different, but cool.
The heights of Menotir.
Well, what have we here?
Dust, dents, and scars.
Finding all these like giant skulls around and be able to fight some giant creatures would be really cool. Be a really cool addition.
Dust, dents, and scars.
Need a new weapon? That's me. Need it repaired? Blacksmith's over there.
Dust, dents, and scars. That's the iron-fast way.
You have the remains of the hammer. It is... I should have expected this. It was forged in the Hall of the First Sworn. It must, I think, be reforged there. The hall is not far, only... I don't know what to do when we get there. The hall lies south through the canyons. Meet me there.
I think I'm decent.
He has gone to free the Niskaru Lord. Pray we are not too far behind to stop him.
Did you find anything in your research?
Not all our wisdom was left to gather dust on Eamon's Isle. I have learned the location of the Niskaru Lord's mountain prison. But first, we must deal with that hammer. That means the Hall of the First Sworn.
I guess it's the cloud place that was already nearby. What do you think is the Hall of the First Sworn?
Legend tells it is there that Eamon was transformed from a prince to the first of the Warsworn. It became a meeting place of sorts in the time of the First Sworn.
Okay, okay. What about Ironfast Keep here?
I haven't been here since I was young. It is as full of old books and dusty scrolls as I remember.
What about the Mystic Hammer?
We need it restored if we hope to defeat Beeson. And for that, I'm afraid, we must journey to the Hall of the First Sworn.
Doesn't sound like such a bad place. Anything else to know about the Niskaru Lord?
They are powerful beyond anything you could imagine. This one was called Karmazandu, the Deceitful One. The text claimed the Arathi themselves imprisoned him in the mountain after he proved too clever to kill.
I don't want to be too clever to die. You're going at once?
Yes, Time is short. The Hall of the First Sworn is south and east through the canyons. Meet me there when you are ready.
I can do that.
Speak your mind.
But I'll be right back. I'll only be gone briefly.